Good morning and welcome to week 4, your final week of your morning routine. And this week we're working with the air element. The air element is associated with the heart chakra, which is located in the center of your sternum, right here. And the air element and heart chakra can be associated with love, compassion, lightness, openness, and emotional intellect. And when we're balanced with this air element and heart chakra, we usually can openly and freely give and receive love. And we can be compassionate with ourselves and with others. Sometimes if it's unbalanced, we might feel withdrawn or isolated or non-committal. So with our yoga practice this week, it's going to be all about the air element. You can expect to see lots of heart openers, back bends, and with special attention on the breath, with the aim being to connect this with our heart and air element so that we can balance our ability to give and receive love. So when you're ready, you're going to make your way onto your mat, lying on your back. You're going to bring one hand to your belly, your right hand, and one hand to your heart, your left hand. Just lying flat, taking a few moments to connect with the earth. Indy's licking my face. She wants in on the yoga too. And just bringing your attention to the rising and falling of your breath underneath your hands. Starting to intentionally deepen your breath, expanding your belly on the inhale and letting it fall on the exhale. The breath is strongly associated with the air element. In Sanskrit, the word for breath is prana. Sanskrit being an ancient yogic language. And prana means breath, but it also means life force energy. The word breath physically is the breathing in and out of air into your lungs. But that air that we breathe in and out also gives our body energy, gives our body life. So it's sacred. Just keeping that in mind as you move through your yoga practice this week. I invite you to start using your Ujjayi breath if you wish this morning, creating that constriction at the back of your throat, making that oceanic sound, bringing more focus to your breath and your movement. And if you'd like to set an intention, or if you're working with an affirmation, I invite you to repeat that to yourself quietly now. Slowly bringing your awareness back into the room around you, feeling the weight of your back body against the mat. Bringing your knees up into your chest, giving yourself a big hug, maybe taking a few circles in one direction and then in the opposite direction. And from here, we're going to take some roll-ups to come seated on our mat. So we're going to take 3 rolls, massaging your spine. Crossing your legs and making your way into tabletop. So your wrists are under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Your spine is long, lifting your belly button in and up, lengthening your neck. And on the inhale, you're going to drop your belly, look up towards your third eye. Inhale for cow pose. And exhale, round your spine, look towards your belly button. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, round the spine, look towards your belly button, pulling your belly button back towards your spine. And moving through a few more of these with your own breath, adding in any movement that you wish this morning. Maybe taking a few circles, maybe moving your hips from side to side. Just doing what you need to warm up your spine and core. Coming back to tabletop, placing your hands 1 hand length in front, curling your toes, lifting your sit bones up to the sky for your first downward facing dog of the day. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. So maybe you want to walk out the dog a little, or maybe you want to come to stillness, just focusing on your breath, sending the energy to wherever you need it today. Remembering to lengthen your spine, pressing down through the knuckles of your fingers. And on the exhale, drawing your heels towards the mat. Checking in that your neck is loose. Shaking yes and no. Armpits towards the mat. Keeping a bend in your knees so that you can get that length in your spine. And tucking your belly button in and up. And when you're ready, slowly walking your feet up to meet your hands. Forward fold here, just letting it all hang. Maybe grabbing hold of your elbows for ragdoll. That feels good. Swaying from side to side. Releasing your hands and slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, you're going to roll up to standing. Head is the last thing to come up. Then you're going to reach your arms up to the sky, look up. And on the exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. Hands out to your sides for Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking a moment here to check in with your alignment. Pressing down through the outside edges or the 4 corners of your feet. Maybe lift your toes off the mat and place them back down. Making sure that the arch of your foot is engaged and lifted. Tucking your tailbone. Maybe a slight tuck of your chin. Reaching up through the crown of your head. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins or to the mat, looking for length in the spine. Exhale, hands to the mat, step your right leg back, your left leg back. Inhale here, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale for baby cobra. Hands off the mat. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot forward, your left foot forward. Inhale for flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up. rise up to standing, arms up to the sky, look up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step your left foot back, your right foot back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale for baby cobra or upward cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot forward, your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back, hands to shin or the mat, lengthening your neck. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up, rise up to standing, arms up to the sky, look up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Hands to your side, Tadasana. Either keeping your feet hip distance apart, or if you prefer, for big toes touching, heels apart. On the inhale, you're going to sit back for chair pose, Utkatasana. Your arms are coming out along your ears, maybe taking a little glimpse down to make sure you can see your toes. Seeing if you can sit a little deeper here, squeezing those thighs together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale for flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step, jump or hop back for high plank. Either moving through knees, chest, chin, or if you want to move through chaturanga, pushing out over your shoulders. On the exhale, you're going to come to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of your feet on the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose and step your foot between your hands. Dropping your back foot down at a 45-degree angle. You're going to rise up for warrior one. Taking a moment to check in with your alignment. Is that front knee bent? Are you pushing down through the outside edge of your back foot? Are your hips facing the front of the room? Arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bringing your hands and interlace your hands behind your sternum. On the inhale, you're going to open your chest and look up. And on the exhale, you're going to fold forward on the inside of your right leg for humble warrior. Letting your hands come up over your head. Really grounding down into your legs here. Your top half isn't really doing anything. You're just letting gravity drag your head towards the mat. Inhale, rising back up to warrior one. And exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back through, moving through a chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, or skipping it and going straight to downward facing dog. Remembering that a child's pose is always available if you need it. Inhale, extend your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose and step your foot between your hands. Coming up for warrior one on this side. Taking a moment to check in with your alignment. Are you pressing down through the outside edge of your back foot? lengthening. On the inhale, reaching up to the sky, feeling the stretch in your rib cage, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, bringing your arms behind you, interlacing your fingers. Exhale here. And on the inhale, you're going to open up your chest, look up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. And the inside of your left leg this time for humble warrior. Again, just letting gravity do the work. Strong in your bottom half. When you're ready, coming back up to warrior one. And exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back through your flow, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, jump or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up, rise up to standing. And exhale, hands to heart center. Hands to your side, Tadasana. Bringing your feet hip distance apart. We're going to take dancer's pose now. So just checking in with your balance here, making sure you're grounded down. Reaching your arms up to the sky. You're going to bend your right knee, grabbing hold of your right foot with your right arm, and your thumb should be touching your big toe. Taking a moment to make sure that your knees are aligned. And when you're ready, you're just going to kick back into your right hand. So kicking back was going to push you slightly forward, reaching that left hand up to the sky. If you fall out, that's okay. Just give it another try. And slowly releasing, coming back to Tadasana. I'm going to take that on the other side. I'm going to turn to face this way this time. So reach your arms up to the sky. This time bending your left knee and taking your left arm back. Grabbing hold of your left foot with your left hand, thumb to big toe. Making sure your knees are aligned, hips are aligned. And when you're ready, kicking back into your left foot. Picking a point in front of you to keep with your balance, your drishti. And just having a play here. You'll often find that one side is better than the other. And when you're ready, slowly releasing if you can, coming back to Tadasana. Taking a moment here to check in with your breath. Are you still using your Ujjayi breath if you chose to? Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, look up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale for flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, step, jump or hop back, moving through your flow, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, or skipping it and going straight to downward facing dog. Lost the headphone. Meeting in downward facing dog. From here, you're going to push out into plank pose, holding in plank, checking in with your alignment. Are you pushing down through your hands to give you that arch in the top of your back? Tucking your tailbone. You're looking for one long line from the crown of your head to the heels of your feet. And when you're ready, we're going to lower to the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming to lay flat on your mat. Maybe you make a little pillow with your hands or bring one cheek to the mat, whichever feels more comfortable for you. And I like to lift my hip off the mat and slide it back just a little to get a little bit more space in the hips. And from here, you're going to bring your palms out in line with your shoulders, bringing your fingertips to the mat. You're going to separate your feet slightly, press the tops of your feet hard into the mat, engage your glutes. So if I was to poke them, I would feel tension, keeping your pelvis glued to the mat here. And on the inhale, you're going to come up into cobra. And exhale, coming back down to the mat. And we're going to move through a few of those. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more round. Inhale. And exhale. Coming to lay flat on your mat. You're going to push up into tabletop, walking your feet underneath to come to a seated position on your mat, feet flat to the mat. And it's core work time. So a strong core means a healthy spine, which is really important. So a few options for boat pose today. You can bring your hands behind your sit bones, fingers pointed towards the mat. Lift your feet off the mat at right angles. Maybe this is enough for you today. Making sure to keep your chest open, spine long, engaging your core really at that lower part of your abdomen. Maybe you want to go a step further and hold on to the backs of your legs. Or if you want to go a little further, bringing your hands out to the side. Or if you want to straighten your legs here, you can do so also. And we're just going to hold here for a couple of breaths. Making sure to keep that chest open. And you're going to slowly lower to the mat, straightening out for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Release onto the mat. Maybe bringing your knees into your chest, giving them a little squeeze. And then bringing your feet flat to the mat, knees bent so that you can tickle the heels of your feet with your fingers here. We're setting up for bridge pose, so bring your palms flat to the mat. If you want to take a restorative bridge pose today, you can do so. You just need to bring a block and place it underneath your sternum here. Otherwise, if you want to move into full bridge pose, you're going to slowly lift off the mat, lower back, middle back, and upper back. Maybe this is enough for you today. Or if you want to go a little further, you're going to roll onto your shoulders, interlacing your fingers underneath your sternum, your sacrum. Pressing your feet and your heels into the mat. Your shoulders into the mat, making sure that your knees don't splay out here, keeping them parallel. And on the exhale, you're going to come out of the pose the same way you went in. Shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back. Maybe taking a moment to windscreen wiper your hands or your knees from side to side. If wheel pose is in your practice and you want to play around with taking a wheel, you can do so now, or you can stick with bridge pose or restorative bridge. Whatever your body feels is right for you today. So setting up the same as we did for bridge pose, but this time you're going to bring your hands either side of your ears. And the same way we did bridge, you're going to roll up, lower back, middle back, upper back, pushing your head off the mat here. Always making sure to save enough energy to come out of the pose safely. If you want to roll on to the tops of your feet, you can do so for a little bit more height. Moving your head in between your arms. And slowly, carefully coming back out, head, shoulders, middle back, lower back. Bringing your knees into your chest this time. Give yourself a little squeeze. Take a few circles, massaging out your lower back in one direction and then the other. And then bringing the soles of your feet together on the mat and just letting your knees splay out from side to side for butterfly pose. And if this pose is particularly sore on your joints, on your hips, I invite you to place some blocks or pillows right underneath your thighs here. It'll make you enjoy the pose a lot more and it'll deepen the stretch. You're looking to stretch out the fascia, but we never want to stretch out the joints. Bringing one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. And just checking in with your breath one more time. Checking in with your intention or your affirmation if you set one. Slowly bringing your knees back in together and making your way into Savasana, your final pose of today's practice. Feet splayed out to the edges of your mat, palms facing up, maybe lifting your shoulders off the mat and bringing them down a little. Just letting go now of any control of the breath, letting go of any effort whatsoever, and just letting the earth hold you. Slowly bringing the awareness back into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, feeling the breeze on your skin if there is one, or tuning in to any smells or sounds around you. Reaching your arms up overhead, giving yourself a big stretch. Indy's going to waken us as well. Bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a hug, rolling on to whichever side calls to you this morning. Feminine to the left, masculine to the right, whatever you need for your balance. Slowly coming up into a seated position, maybe keeping your eyes closed for the last moment or two of class. Bringing your hands to heart center in prayer. You are worthy of wholehearted, unconditional love. Namaste.